and getting like a recliner or something for the corner of our living room, but it's definitely coming along. Um, it feels like a home for sure. I'm hoping maybe next week get the office set up because we have a like an actual room for our office now, and then I'll be playing games in style from up there. But tonight I'm rocking the dining room table.
Nice. I remember when my dad had his house built. Yeah, that all gets dug to hell, and then you're trying to get grass to grow. I think it took him a good 10 years before he finally had a yard where he could actually mow.
Oh damn. Well, they hydro seeded, man, and like that shit grew in fast. Our front yard actually looks pretty good. I think in another week or two, it'll be like thick enough to bother cutting it. Right now, I'm kind of just letting it roll.
Well, he lives
Our
out in the
backyard
woods
is
and the
struggling.
he lives out in the woods and the forest, so I think his thing was more trees were soaking up a lot of the moisture, so it just took time for
Uh, that makes
all that
sense.
under.
But yeah, man, it's a process. I worked like 11 plus hours today, and then had a chiropractor appointment, and then I came home and spent like an hour and a half just weeding the fucking yard, trying to keep up with it as the grass grows in.
It's definitely time and bank account consuming. That's why some people don't consider when you buy a house, it's not just the house. You're paying for a
Oh
lot of
yeah.
other shit at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, this is the third home that we've owned. But it's the first one where we've actually not been part of an association. So like we're actually responsible for doing the lawn care and shit like that. So it's, you know, like I knew it going in, but I didn't realize like how locked in I'd immediately get on this yard. And now it's become a personal vendetta to rid my entire yard of this fucking knot grass, which basically is like it looks and grows like bamboo, and it's hard as shit to get rid of. And so like I'll cut it, and like I'm not exaggerating when I say it grows like 6 inches a day. It's fucking wild, and it grows in thick. And so I'm just out there like snipping it down to the base of the ground as best as I can. Yes, you helped. Not yet.
That's easy. It's bamboo. Just go get yourself a panda. Duh.
Yes, if only China would loan me one for a couple weeks. But yeah, man, it's coming along. We've got a lot done. We've only been here for 3 weeks, give or take. Yeah, we moved in what, the 19th? Thought we signed the 20th. We moved in the 19th. Yeah. Over here. But yeah, it's all coming together. I'll give you guys like a little virtual tour at some point once I get it all set up. But I've got a table big enough finally that I can host D&D. So that Curse of Strahd campaign that I'm running for my coworkers, I'm gonna host on Sunday at my nice big fancy table now.
Hells yeah. Take pictures.
Oh, I definitely will. Once I get it all squared away and it's a little less of a train wreck. Although it's good. It's just a few like it's all the miscellaneous shit that needs to be unpacked now. All the big stuff is done.
Yeah, that usually takes a while. It takes me a while. I'm not like super like into it, I guess, but yeah, it took me it took me I don't know, 3 maybe 4 months to finally unpack all my shit. Like once I got enough of it unpacked, I'm like, ah fuck, good enough. Throw the rest of that shit in the shed. you know?
Oh, dude, I am the polar opposite. Like the day we moved in, we got everything unloaded pretty early because Will and his wife came over and helped us. And I just immediately started unpacking everything. I was like, nope, no breaks. We this goes until it is done. I just don't like staring at clutter.
Weird. So, oh, speaking of Will, um, hello, Will. How you doing?
Oh, hello, by the way.
I just realized today, while sending all of you guys nonsense through Messenger, I don't think mine and Will's friendship is Facebook official. I was trying to send him some shit and I could not find him.
That might be because Will is not a social media person.
Oh, well, that makes sense. I was
Well,
like,
it's
I,
also
did I
because
miss
I'm
his
Dakota's
friend request? Or
maybe I'm Dakota's friend.
No, I think the primary
No.
primary use of Will's Facebook is just for marketplace, so that he can hoard retro TVs to his wife's chagrin.
Well, all of our friend requests came when we started Loot Drop. So it was Alex sending out and then starting to talk, and that was the only time. Because if you go back into that messenger, everything moved to Discord, and we just left it
Oh, that's
dead.
fair. Yeah, it did predate him.
that makes sense. I was just wondering, like, I think Will, you're probably the only person who I don't know their last name at our table because I've never seen you on Facebook.
It's it's you know what? It's a tale for another time.
It's really Silverstring. I fucking knew it.
I have his return address. I know it.
Damn it.
Okay, good. All right, so with all of us thusly assembled, I think Logos was one of the first ones here. That's wild. You know this is gonna be a fucked up day.
It's because he's probably just listening.
Anthony. Nope, nothing.
No, not just he's watching basketball. All right, so I guess we will start this off with a recap. It'll be pretty quick, despite us not having been together for a spell. So, last session, the party found themselves delving into the Nine Hells. Their mission? To find the demon lord Nalagoth and destroy another anchor crystal in his possession. Doing so will give the party even footing in the battle to come. The battle for Daanal Wisech against the dark god Nerul. While venturing through the depths of the hells, the party has become separated. Each of them finding themselves on different tiers and levels of the Nine Hells. It is here where our adventure begins. So, for the sake of kind of moving the story along and not making anybody wait too long for their turn, we're going to try to keep this. Some of you are in combat, some of you are not, maybe a precarious situation. So, we're going to try to keep this to the action economy, action, bonus action, and movement. But there is some leeway for some of you, well, all of you really. Let's say, we can throw in like a free object interaction or like a free skill check, whether it's investigation, perception, insight, knowledge, history, whatever. So you get a little boost to your action economy. But for the sake of not stalling out this particular initiative, spending too much time on one character and not the others, we're going to kind of try to keep it tight. So, that being said, we are going to start at the top of our last initiative, which brings us to Renwick. Renwick. Thick black metal chains. You cling to them as you shift using the shadows and various hanging skins and hooks to hide yourself from these flying devils that seem to be ever alert. Below you, hundreds of feet, is a bubbling pool of lava. Behind you, following this chain on either end, Behind you is a massive demon who fillets the souls of the damned, clipping their skins to various chains and sending them to various other locations while discarding the body. The body's coming from this like endless line of damned souls. Before you head towards what appears to be a perfectly cut at 90-degree angles hole in the wall of this jagged cave, like rough cave wall. And as you avoid these devils and scamper forth, you make your way into the interior of this wall. It is the chain continues through. You can see from where you are, maybe 30 yards ahead, there is another hole similar to the one you just came in, and you can tell from the glow of the rocks and the room that you are gazing into, it looks like this chain continues on through this wall and continues over yet another pool of lava to where you are not sure. But you have just made your way into this crack in the wall. You have a brief moment of respite and safety. So, what do you do in this moment?
Ah, shit, man. If I'm not mistaken, my ring of the Order of the Justice, the Sands, or Sands of Justice, is still intact. Would I know who still has their ring intact? I think it's Locris and I. I think we've blown 3 rings so far.
Pretty sure that's right.
I'll be honest, I don't have those notes right in front of me. I could probably look it up, but I don't actually recall.
Yeah. It's only Locris and Renwick with the rings. Neither one of us is attuned.
Oh shit, we're not
Okay.
attuned, so I can't even use the ring to contact you. I mean, in that case, like he knows what's behind him. I think Renwick would just keep moving forward down the chain to see if he can, like, he knows that we're trying to traverse several levels of hell, and it looks like a dead end on the way back. Like this creature is gonna flay him. There's not really a way around it, and it leads off like into the pool of lava anyway. So, got to keep moving.
Okay. As you move forward, go ahead and give me a perception check.
All right, that's gonna be fucking nat 20. So Avray and my first roll of the night. Nat 20 for a 33.
Well, fucking hot damn. It was a good time for it. Okay, I'll spiel the beans. So you're clinging to this chain and you are crawling across it. The chain occasionally shifts every once in a while as the giant demon maybe clips another piece of flesh to it and moves it, about arm's length from himself. But as you scamper along this chain, you realize that the hole that you are in looks like to be it's perfectly carved, square 90-degree angles, but at the same time it looks like just like a tunnel. Like you can see the ground. You are no longer hundreds of feet in the air above a pit of lava. You're like 10 feet above what looks to be stone. About halfway through this tunnel, there is a large fissure, and you can see, you hear not only dripping water, but you see steam coming out of what appears to be a very large crack in the wall here. It looks to lead downward. As you kind of scamper across this centerpiece and make it to the next room, you kind of look in, and what you see is kind of horrifying, even considering hell, I guess. But you see a room that is similar to the one you just left. A massive demon sits in the center of a knee-high pool of lava to him, but he is hundreds of feet in height, and he has a job similar to the demon prior, but almost inverted. He splashes around in the lava and as if searching for something. And once he finds something, he pulls it up. A tormented soul, flailing and screaming from the pain of being plucked from molten rock. And he reaches up and plucks a skin off of this chain and very delicately seems to stitch it over the carcass of this freshly burned individual. And after doing so, he sets them down on a small, what appears to be like a strip of rock that leads infinitely in another direction, and he is essentially setting them in line. Everyone he pulls up, the line takes a step forward, and he places another that he plucks from the lava, etc. Above his head seems to be a chain pulley that is delivering the various skins to him. So, still within the safety of this tunnel, that is kind of what lies before you. So you still have and we'll say that took some of your movement. You still have action, bonus action.
Fuck. So I don't see a clear exit to this new chamber. I just see another demon, or are the demons or devils? I know there's a distinction, and they despise each other. I just want to make sure I'm taking notes right.
For this particular, I think I did say demon, but they are in fact giant devils. They are not demons.
Okay. But yeah, so in this chamber with the new devil, I don't see do the chains go through and to another side? Or do I see anything, or is it just another pit of lava? Because right now, Renwick's gut is well, I need to go down, and steam sucks, but that fissure leads down.
I will say with a natural 20, the only obvious, there only seems to be one set of chains on a pulley coming in. It seems the chain comes into the room but leaves out the same way it came in. And the only other exit you can see is as far as the eye can see. You see this strip of elevated rock that seems to be 50, 60 feet above the lava that this devil is placing these freshly reskinned damned souls upon. And it travels as far as you can see. And off in the distance, you do see these flying devils with pitchforks occasionally tormenting those in line, spearing them or knocking them off and out of line altogether into the lava.
I mean, it looks like a clear exit. It's just going to be hard to get to, but Renwick's pretty sneaky and pretty good at disguising himself. I think the fissure leads down, but it seems like the steam is saying it's probably a boiling river or something. So I probably can't go that route. So I think he would just try to disguise himself as one of the freshly skinned souls and try to make his way through this exit on the far side. So I think he would try to sneak his way across and go from there.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you make your way forward.
That is a 27.
Nice. You silently and using these. These chains are massive. You easily can bob and weave in between, the links of these chains. And as you do so, silently and like a shadow, you creep forward into the room. The giant devil and some of his flying lackeys that are kind of hovering in the area do not seem to notice you. As you get close, you get right to the pulley mechanism above this devil, and you are now looking down upon him. So tell me, what do you do at this point? You still have a bonus action.
I don't think I have a bonus action that applies, so I think I would probably take a beat and assess and basically try to time it to where when he turns away and starts splashing for a new skin that I take the place or get in line with these tormented souls. And I don't know, I'm a small creature, so maybe I would just kind of attempt to make it look like I was also wearing this fresh skin, or at least was part of one of these tormented souls. He's pretty much gonna shadow one of them as best as he can, and keep trying to move deeper, because I mean, I'm in hell. I don't know where to go.
Okay, yeah, makes sense. So I guess the first step would be you are clinging to this chain. You are actually above this giant devil's head. He could reach you pretty easily, but you're about 130 feet from, 140 feet from the stone platform where this line begins. He's plucking things out of the lava and setting them just below his waist high, and he's probably shin deep in this lava. So how do you propose getting from? Do you just jump? Do you have a spell you maybe have prepared, or something of that nature?
You would think that at this point, a rogue would have some sort of feather fall or something, but that has been a clear oversight for me. But I do have 100 feet of rope. Um, could I try to tie a rope in a way, or oh, I have a grappling hook too. So maybe I use a grappling hook and my 2 lengths of rope to lower myself down, and then I can try to whip the rope to get the grappling hook to drop so that I'm not leaving stuff behind. Try not to leave any evidence.
Okay, yeah. I'll say your bonus action goes for securing this rope to make this attempt.
Oh wait, actually,
Go ahead.
no, looking back at my character sheet, I did actually buy myself a potion of featherfall at some point. It's been sitting in my fucking inventory. I didn't even know I had it. I was scrolling through trying to get creative. Yeah, I guess I'll just cast the potion, or drink the potion of featherfall, and I'll just try to time it well and slowly drift my way down.
Okay, excellent. You chug this potion of featherfall and then plan your descent accordingly. With that, we're going to move on over to Locris. Locris, you are marching through a frozen tundra. You see just rolling hills of snow and ice in all directions. The icy cold bites at you despite your resistance to it. You take a whopping 1 point of cold damage. As you are trudging through the snow, a light wind turns into a harsh one. Snow is picked up and hurled around. You're not sure if it's actively snowing or the wind is just picking up the loose snow around you, but it makes things difficult to see and doesn't do much for the biting cold. But as you press forward through this tundra, tell me, how do you kind of proceed? What are you looking for? What is Locris thinking and or doing in this moment?
Solo Chris having absolutely no idea what where he's supposed to go. Is just doing that pissed off walking and talking to yourself. Just, you know, fucking devils and nail Gotham, shove my fucking mace up his ass and make sunshine shoot out his mouth. Fuck, it's cold down here. God damn it, Grandma. I know you, this is why we're this way. Where's your house? Where's the cookies and hot cocoa? And yeah, he's just trying to figure out absolutely any hint of a direction.
Okay, I will. There's a variety of checks. I will. You tell me what you would like to use. We could go with a perception check. We could go with an insight check, or we could go with a knowledge history check. Your call.
Okay, his perception is 7, history is 4, and insight is 1. So we'll go with perception.
All right.
And that's a 19.
So as you kind of scan the horizon, you march forward angrily, but it seems to be just more of the same, more of these strange, almost like natural snow and ice sculptures as these winds kind of pick up and throw this various elements around. But off in the distance, you do spot movement near some of these rather large shards of ice. Something maybe spotted you, but you are positive you see something, maybe 80 feet from you, dive behind a rather large, like, pillar of ice.
Seeing it jump, uh, thinking back to that bastard devil he had the mind mess with earlier, he's going to assume it's not one of those, so make his way towards the movement.
Okay, you venture your way up towards this, like, tall shard of ice. And as you kind of approach, you go ahead and give me like a perception check.
Eeh, that one's only a 12. But he would be yelling out, uh, come on, get your ass out there. Don't make me come yanking you.
I'll say with a 12, you don't see anyone there. However, there are some relatively small, fresh footprints in the snow that lead straight up to this ice sculpture and then vanish.
Would my blind sense or pretty much true sight give me any indication of a creature? The witch sight is just only a creature under a disguise spell or feature I would be revealed to me.
I'll say in your immediate vicinity, there does not appear to be anyone within, say, like, what's the range on that? 10 feet?
Blind sense is only 10 feet, yeah.
It would appear you are alone in this general vicinity.
Then I'm going to follow up to the ice sculpture, then politely knock on it.
As you politely knock on the ice sculpture, something within shifts. You definitely see movement inside this shard of ice.
I'll just yell out, excuse me, sir. I seem to have lost my way. I'm trying to get home. If you could just give me directions, I'll get out of your hair, but I'll be ready for an attack.
Give me a persuasion check.
Whew, 22.
So as you kind of call out, though the ice seems thick, like it's probably a foot thick, you see a blurred silhouette of a humanoid on the other side. They put their hand up against the wall of ice. All you can really see is the shadow. And that's it. No response.
Okay. Uh, nope. Locris is pissed. I'm gonna smash that ice sculpture.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me some attack rolls.
He's cold. He's angry. Uh, First one's a miss, but the second would be a 28 or 26,
That hits for sure.
or would a 14 hit?
Oh, a 14 for sure hits. It's just it's a
Oh,
large frozen pillar of ice. It's 10 AC, easy to hit.
okay. Yeah, he actually probably would have gianted first
Okay, yeah.
because he is cold. He is unhappy, and now we finally find somebody, and they won't freaking talk. So that would be 5, 6, 20, 22 points of radiant damage.
With 22 points of damage, you smash into this with one blow and then another, and it just kind of cracks and begins to fall to pieces all around you. Like it falls as if you had just fell a large tree in the forest with a loud groan and many pops and snaps. It falls to the ground and shatters. Tons of ice everywhere. Left in this icy stump, a humanoid figure, a man, dressed in rags, bald, shivering. Ice and snow have, clung to him. They cling to his hair, his face, his fingertips, every nook and cranny of his body, and he seems to be suffering from the cold so intensely that it looks like it has burned portions of his body. Like the frostbite and bitter cold are so intense, it is doing something akin to fire to this particular damned soul.
Locris will just say, I tried being nice. Now you pissed me off. I'm trying to move on. You answer some questions. I'll pull out that coat my mom made and say, I'll give you what little bit of warmth I can.
I'm gonna say go ahead and make a persuasion or intimidation check with advantage.
Well, that's definitely going to be intimidation because that'll be a 22.
He nods slowly and kind of reaches out, kind of maybe even needing your assistance for the coat. But it takes him a while to get it out due to his constant shivering. But he does eventually tell you, yes, please, the coat.
I'll put the coat on him, and if I have whatever small materials, try to start a small fire like I had. Just not, I know it won't do much, but any port in a storm.
All right. Okay. Yeah. As you sheath this damned soul in your coat and begin creating a small fire, we will move along down to Gladier. Gladier, you're in the middle of a sea of coins, gems and various trinkets and treasures as far as the eye can see. You're in this massive cave with stalactites coming down. A bunch of these damned souls and mutated creatures, including one that greatly resembles the Silver Queen, are all actually currently at this moment fleeing from your holy presence. They flee in every direction over these piles of treasure. They waste no time putting as much distance between them and you as they are able. Many of them missing limbs and other various extremities due to the constant digging through all of these precious metals. But you find yourself kind of in this moment here. What do you do?
Oh man. Yeah, I've been lost on this for the entire time we've been gone. All right. So you said one of them resembles the Silver Queen?
Correct. It looks like like a giant version of the Silver Queen. However, it looks like she may or may not have consumed some of these other damned souls, as she is now in a giant form, and parts of her flesh. Occasionally, you see like a hand or a foot or a face press against her skin from the inside, as if they are trying to escape but cannot.
Oh, that's disgusting. um, and some, if I'm remembering correctly, and sorry if you literally just said this and I missed it. One of them accused me of stealing something when I first got here, right?
Oh yes, all of them when they began, rushing toward
Yeah.
you, begin requesting that you return it, give it back, it's mine. And you have since rebuked them with some of your channel divinity powers.
All right. Honestly, I only have one idea, so I'm gonna try that. Um, what is the? Sorry, I'm trying to figure out the. How far away is the Silver Queen?
Full movement away from you.
Roughly.
She's not wasting any time. I'm going to say like 50, 60 feet.
Okay. When you come within 30 feet of the source, unless it came away. Okay, gotcha. Man. Yeah, okay, so yeah, like I said, I literally just have one idea. With the Silver Queen here and people yelling uh, that I've stolen something, I think later kind of has a light bulb moment and reaches into his little pack, very stuffed full pack on his back. So I have the hammer's silver warhammer that was partially dissolved. I can't remember exactly how in the fight it got dissolved, but somehow in our fight it got partially dissolved. But I have his warhammer, so he's gonna pull it out, and she's like 50, 60 feet. It's not a throwable weapon, but I want to try and chuck it at the Silver Queen, like straight up like Thor's hammer, yeet it at the Silver Queen's back and see if maybe that gets them to leave me alone. Because the only thing I can think of with her being here that they think I stole. So I don't know how you want. How should I roll that? And also, if I need to move a little closer, I will. but there's no range on it because, like I said, it's not a throwable weapon technically.
We'll say you could make a ranged weapon attack. You're fairly efficient with melee weapons. So yeah, just go ahead and give me like a regular ranged weapon attack.
All right. Yeah, I'm pretty fucking strong, so I might not aim really well because my dex isn't super high, but I could probably at least throw it really far.
Yeah, I'm going to say 50, 60 feet is quite a feat. So you'll probably have to get, shorten the distance. You'll have to get 20, 30 feet closer to hit her, but you could definitely give her a shot.
Oh yeah, I'll move. Especially with them all running away, it gives me, I think, turn unholy lasts a minute, so I have a little bit of breathing room now. So yeah, he would move forward like the 20, 30 feet, and then just fucking toss the bitch. All right. That's a 19 on the die. So throw range weapon would be dex. So I only have a +1 to my dex. So that'd be dirty 20. I'm not really. I don't think I'm proficient in ranged weaponry, so I wouldn't add my proficiency.
Well, a dirty 20 does the trick. Go ahead and roll this damage as if it were a melee attack.
All right. So yeah, I think it's just a D8 for a warhammer.
A D8 plus your dex mod.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I'm not really aiming to kill her anyway. I just want to have them leave her the fuck alone. I've already killed her once. We don't need to kill her again. I mean, or I could. That's fine too. All right, D8. It's a 2 plus my dex mod of 1. So 3 damage. Just conk her on the head a little bit.
Yeah, you throw it almost too true, and while it does whip by her head and crack her in the back of it, for some reason the spin on the hammer, it doesn't hit her with the hammer side. It just like kind of slaps her in the back of the head with the handle on its way by. It does a bit of damage, but it does not. She takes the lump and keeps moving.
All right. Yeah, I guess just. So I move. Let's move like 20 feet forward to make the throw. I'll move the remaining 20 feet back to where I started. And it'll just yell, just, I don't know if that's what you're talking about, if that's what you think I stole, but just take your fucking son's hammer. He's dead too. Fuck off. And then, so it's action, all my movements. I'm going to use, just to be safe, well, it only lasts a minute. Fuck it. I'm going to cast Sanctuary on myself as a bonus action. I'll put the language of the spell in the chat. And then can I just like look around to see if I see any sort of fucking exit?
Yeah, as you kind of you whip this hammer and you return back to where you were previously. You're kind of standing on like a hill of these like golden coins and various trinkets as you kind of survey the land. So go ahead and give me. We'll call it. You can make a perception check. You can make an insight check, or you can make a knowledge history check. To kind of, or I'd even accept a survival. Depends on which you would prefer.
Perception, insight, history, survival. They're all +1, but I have advantage to perception with my shield. So I will roll perception. He's probably a little too thrown off and panicked to do any sort of insightful looking around anyway. He's probably just looking for straight up like signs of his friends or some sort of exit. Uh, so that is a 6 and a 14. So 15 perception.
With a 15 perception, as you kind of look across the landscape, you see a lot of kind of, not only are these people like fleeing from you, but across the landscape there seems to be other, damned souls of various size and shape and power. And you see a lot of them doing something similar, like they get in a shouting match. You took it. I know you have it. Give it back. It's mine. I'll never give it back. You give it back. You've taken it from me. And like these people begin like violently accosting one another in an attempt to get or gain something you are unsure of. As you kind of survey these just rolling hills of gold coins and trinkets that seems to be stuffed in one of the most massive caverns you have ever seen. Off in the distance, flying creatures seem to be, demons, maybe large birds, perhaps, devils. You're not sure. They're far, far in the distance, but it's peculiar. They're not everywhere, just in kind of centrally located at a single spot, far enough to where you can't really see what brings them to the locale, but you do notice like a patch of flying creatures off in the distance.
All right. Well, that's the only sign of anything he has. So he's going to take note of that. And yeah, when he can, guess next turn I'll start moving in that direction. But I think I've burned everything.
All right. Moving on down. Blade, I hope you got comfortable because you're like the bottom of initiative. So get a soda and a beer or whatever. Logos. You find yourself in a rather uncomfortable bow match with your father. You're in a forest that is set aflame all around you. A broken, damaged temple stands behind your father. Your father with jet black eyes, crying these dark black tears. His bow aimed and readied upon you. He goes to notch another arrow as two of yours stick out of where his heart should be. Black ichor drips down as and sizzles on the forest floor as the burning flora and fauna all around you. What do you do in this moment?
Seeing that he is clearly, has no control over what he does, and can I take one last little perception check to look around and see if, like, I mean, is there, just what do I see in general?
Oh yeah, I'll give you the basics no matter what, but hit me with something in the 30s and I'll give you everything.
It's a 35.
God damn it, I was kidding. All right. Did you really roll a 35? Or were you being snarky?
No, I did. It was 18 plus 17.
Okay, nice. All right. So, as you look around you, this forest is designed to kind of replicate your homeland. This looks like Nightwood, except for everything is on fire. You see this broke temple that very much resembles the Temple of Farlong, where you and your allies did battle with some Sladi in the prime material plane. You see not only the fire around you that seems to spread to some of the local animals, so they're just fleeing deer and squirrels and rabbits that are caught in this blaze. Your father stands before you, ready to do some battle, and off in the distance. Now you know that this area is designed to replicate your homeland, and you know that just naturally, beyond the view of the trees, there is like this babbling brook. And you hear splashing water. You hear water moving, but you don't see it. The thick vegetation that is ablaze is hidden it from view, but you know it's there. You can hear it gurgling and babbling. But aside from that, the only thing in view are several nightmares. These like flaming horses that have the ability to fly seem to be, panicking as they run about the skies. But for the most part, that is what is around you.
Is the where the babbling brook is at, is it cut off by fire, or is there an opening that way?
You have a choice. You could navigate the fire to get to this babbling brook if you would like, or you could take the shortcut and go straight through it.
Oh. Okay, one last question. Do I see hesitation in my father at all? Like, is there any semblance of him, like when he's attacking me, or is it just he's just full gung ho coming after me?
I'll say go ahead and give me either an insight or a knowledge religion check.
Do an insight. That is a 21 total.
With a 21, I will say he is doing this reluctantly. Like as he's firing arrows, he's telling you things like, "Son, you don't have to do this. You can leave." And he launches another arrow in your direction. These black
Okay, is
these
that
black inky tears are also dripping down his face, which means, at least to you in this moment of insight, you feel like he is. It's not that he's acting against his will; it's that he is obligated to do this for some reason, but he does not want to kill you, but he is like compelled to do so. Almost like a fucked up sense of duty. Like he doesn't want to do it, but he feels like he has to do it.
I'm sorry, I got distracted. I don't know if any of you are watching the game. They literally just tackled Wembenyama. This shit was crazy. Um, Fucking Knicks, dude. You know what? If that's the case, if I see hesitation in my fire, I'm gonna do my full action to dash, and I'm gonna head towards that brook since it's the only sense of peace that I can hear, see maybe if there's anything over there.
Okay, you take off towards the babbling brook. Your father looses a couple of arrows as you do so. The two is definitely not going to hit, but I did roll a natural 20 on that sucker. As you
How far away is he from me?
60 feet.
Okay, no, that'll hit.
As you kind of sprint around this like large flaming tree and various foliage, he loses a couple arrows. One lands in a nearby tree, but the other lands true and deep. He buries an arrow in one of your rib cages, and you take 33 points of piercing damage. Plus
I'm sorry. Did you say 33?
correct. 33 points of piercing damage and 6 points of fire damage for a total of 39 points of damage.
Good lord.
You race around this flaming foliage and to what you recall to be a babbling brook. And it is this molasses. It looks purple and has a foul stench. It moves slow as it gurgles on by. You have rediscovered maybe a tributary or runoff of some sort, but this is absolutely the river Styx.
Um. Okay. Well, I just used my action to run over here. So I will.
I'll say at this very moment, running to the river Styx, like you have, you no longer have visuals on your father. He can't see you, you can't see him. There's like a giant mass of burning trees between the two of you.
Hmm. Okay then. Uh, I guess I'll just kind of turn back. Okay. Would you allow me another perception check to see if I can spot him? I know he's probably got godly numbers worse than me, but it might have been a mistake to lose sight of him.
Yeah, go ahead and give me a perception check.
26 total.
You spot him, but not through the flames. Something catches your eye high above you. Your father is riding on one of these flaming horse mounts and is just kind of idling, standing maybe 50, 60 feet above you on this horse, staring at you, watching you. He calls out to you, "Flee, my son, flee this place."
Just I'll shout back. I just tell me where. I don't know where to go.
Give me a persuasion check.
With advantage because I'm his son.
Not so much.
That is a whopping 6 with no modifiers.
That's going to be a miss, but a third arrow hits the ground near your feet.
Uh, well, that's all I can do for now.
Okay, as we are moving on, finally, sorry for making you wait like an hour, Blade.
It's all good.
Blade, as you are fleeing down the hallway of your old home, the Arnault Manor, and as you flee down this hallway, trying to escape these devilish Ruths that have like ambushed you in your bedroom, you flee down the hall, and the hall seems to get longer and longer and longer. It doesn't seem to be coming to an end. The pictures hanging on the walls of the various Ornolts, your ancestors, they all kind of slowly turn their heads and watch you run by. And as they do so, their heads slowly morph into these demonic, devilish Ruth faces, and they, flash their toothy maws in your direction. As you kind of flee, finally getting to the end of this hallway, you see this grand staircase that leads to your foyer. You see your front door just on the other side of that. This room is shrouded in darkness, not a light to be seen anywhere. A firm grip of this gold necklace kind of tightens on your neck, preventing you from screaming out or speaking. As you stare at this doorway, the stairs between you and it elongate, just as the hallway seemed to. A dozen stairs suddenly becomes 2, maybe 300. What do you do at this moment?
Oh God. Um. Hmm. So I'm imagining these Ruths are pretty hot on my tail.
Yeah, we'll say with your rapid fleeing, you hear them cackling, and while they do pursue you, they do not seem to be pursuing you with gusto. They more call out and taunt. Oh, you'll be doing your chores before your punishment, Blaine.
Oh man. I mean, seeing the doorway, I would probably try to go for it. Can I? I would imagine that maybe on this stairway there's a railing.
Yeah, for sure.
Could I like? I mean, Bladen used to do it all the time in his home. Maybe just try to like slide down the actual railing there.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check.
Watch, it's like not a slippery railing. It's just go 10 feet.
It's sandpaper. You just like
Yeah.
shred your R's.
Oh goddamn! Should have let the devils get me. Acrobatics, you said.
Correct.
27.
Oh, you expertly glide down this rail despite it be seeming to grow over 100 feet in front of you as you do so. You glide down this rail and land with on your feet with a bit of a loud thud. Right up against the family door. A few rugs under your feet, the foyer proper, a few couches and side tables where your mother keeps her liquor.
Oh. Um, I guess the next step would be to go through the door or see if it's locked.
Your call. Do you go through the door or do you see if it's locked?
No, I mean I'm gonna probably try to go through. I would open the door just in case it's like some weird like crazy situation where it's just like it turns into a cliff or something and I just fucking fly out. But I'll probably just open the door to like look and see what's on the other side.
Okay, as you reach for the handle on this door, As soon as you touch it, the door handle itself morphs into a demonic face of Ruth and bites you. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
God damn it. Just keep going with 27.
Nice. That's actually a pass. You go to open this door, but as you turn to the handle kind of morphs into Ruth's face and chomps your hand. You take a whopping 11 points of piercing damage as the door handle kind of heckles you. No, laddie, there will be punishment and chores before free time. Now go to your room, you insolent child.
Oh boy. Um. Okay. So I get the impression that this door is like I'm probably not going to get through it.
You could give me an insight or a perception check. I'd even accept investigation if you'd like.
Let's do perception.
All right.
$24.
I'll say, despite being bitten by this Ruth face handle, the door seems as it should. Aside from the handle morphing into Ruth's face, you swear when you grasp it in the brief moment before she struck, bit you. They had a bit of give. You even partially turned the handle.
Oh boy. Um. Oh boy. I think. Yeah, maybe I would just try to maybe try again if I have the ability to or the action to be a little like dexterous and almost just kind of like do it quickly so I avoid like getting my hand chomped.
Okay, yeah. I'll say we're going to need two checks here. One of them is going to be sleight of hand, and the other is also going to be another dexterity saving throw.
Very fair. All right, sleight of hand. Let's go. Not 20 for 21. Oh, 31.
Oh, sleight of hand. Nicely done. Yeah, you, with the quickness, you reach in, grab Ruth's terrible face, grip it, and rip it as the door seems to click and begin to open. Go ahead and give me a dexterity saving throw.
Mm, 15.
15, so close, Blade. Though you do grip and rip Ruth's face and pull this door open, she bites again, and harder this time. Her razor-sharp fangs find purchase. Not only does Ruth do a solid 21 points of piercing damage, she completely removes your pinky finger in the process. You are now missing the pinky finger on your prominent hand, whichever that may be.
It's probably like my fretting hand.
Yeah. But the
looks
door,
like
the door
barcode
is
for me.
open in front of you.
Oh, that sucks. Okay, yeah, I guess Blade will just look down at his hand and just, without any sound, just being like
You,
screaming.
you hear a loud crunching as the Ruth-faced doorknob begins to chew and eat your finger.
Oh, damn it, Ruth. I guess I'm going to step outside. This is all feeling very familiar. It's the beginning of Blade's story of running away from home. I guess he's gonna, yeah. I mean, if I have any movement left, especially from going down the stairs, I'll try to see if I can just get out the door.
Yeah, you run out the door onto your family's nice, like, wraparound porch with the marble pillars, and you look out over what is normally a beautiful estate with flowing green grass and green hedges and maybe a statue here and a fountain there, to just kind of darkness. Not only is the sky inky black, the mountains that you can see off in the distance seem to be ablaze. Your normal rich green shrubbery is replaced by black dead grass, thorny, thick bramble bushes. There seems to be broken pieces of marble that are scattered about that look as if they were maybe once nice statues. Your very lavish home, as if it were in some sort of nightmarish landscape. So as you kind of take in the scene from your front porch, you hear from the second story, above and behind you, at the top of the stairs, a couple of Ruths sucking their teeth. Oh, such a fresh child. We're going to have to add a few more licks. And the two Ruths, identical, with very elongated like chin, cheeks, and ear features, on top of a toothy maw, a smile that is far too big for their face as they slowly begin descending the stairs in your direction. So you've got like a bonus action left if you want to burn it.
Oh, I mean, not much I can do if I can't speak. I don't. Um, I guess. Oh, fuck. I guess no. I'm not gonna do anything. I don't think. Actually, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I will. Can I go ahead and? God damn, it's been so long since we've played. Trying to remember if my inspo, if I can inspire myself.
I think.
No, I can only do it with an ability check.
Oh,
I don't think I
Yeah,
can
buddy,
just like
you're
make
you're
myself.
like a level 19 bard. I think you get that back at somewhere between like 12 and 15. But yeah, you can definitely inspire yourself.
Yeah, I think you do have that ability. I mean, double check just in case, keys. But I think a simple strum of your lute is enough to inspire your own self.
Gotcha.
Even
Okay.
without your pinky. Maybe you just like play a sick riff and you're like, fuck that pinky. I don't need that shit.
No, I was just thinking like if I could give myself like inspo, like just have inspiration, but I think my peerless skill just it says when you make an ability check. So I think it's like when the event happens. Maybe. But
Yeah, if
okay.
it specifically calls out like adding it to your ability checks, then it doesn't work the same way as you inspiring us, where we get it for up to a minute. You would basically just be able to burn an inspiration when you feel like giving yourself a bonus as
Right.
you're already like rolling something.
Yeah. So no, I don't think I can do anything right now other than I'll just maybe I'll turn back and like see them coming down the stairway and I'll pull out my double neck loot and I will be prepared for the next round. And I'll talk to you guys in an hour.
Sorry. I'll just start killing these sons of bitches. We'll figure it out. All right, back to the top of the round. Renwick, once again, you are dangling stealthily from this chain unseen. You have just chugged a featherfall potion. You're waiting to time it just right to leap from these chains to about the 140 feet or so to the platform below. It is a very narrow platform, and about 60 or so feet beneath it is a pool of lava that just kind of cascades in all directions. So I would need 2 checks from you. One, an acrobatics check to see how well you can land on this strip, and 2, a stealth check. So acrobatics and stealth, sir.
Alrighty. Well, I have advantage on the stealth check, but we'll go with acrobatics first. Acrobatics is going to be a nat 2, but I have reliable talent, so automatic 10 plus 17 is 27.
Nicely done. Nicely done.
And stealth check with advantage is dirty 20.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. That's 27. I looked at sleight of hand.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't know if I can even get you with a good roll. That's not gonna. I even rolled pretty good too. I almost broke 25. Okay. Nope. You dive off of these chains, and with the timing and the featherfall spell and your ability to just mimic the shadows, you time everything perfectly. You land on this narrow strip of dark black rock. You kind of adjust the line ever so slightly, but with your stealth, you're primarily hiding yourself by using these bodies of the damned as you kind of like bob and weave underneath their legs. You seem unnoticed, both by the giant devil and these flying devilish minions that occasionally torment the damned souls, kind of walking in a slow line. So, as you kind of make your way forward through these damned souls, tell me kind of what is your plan at this point?
I mean, what Renwick is seeing is this is, I mean, from what he can gather, the second room. The first room, they're flayed, they're tossed into the lava or they're jumping into the lava at the end of the walkway. This is the room where they're getting fished out of the lava and reskinned. So he's seeing a forward momentum into like a deeper layer of hell, and I think he's just sticking with it. So he's basically just trying to see where this walkway goes and continue down this path as inconspicuous as possible, just kind of like pretending to be one of these damn souls. And he's just trying to get deeper and deeper. But like the only other path he saw was a steaming fissure and the sound of water. So boiling river of death sounds like the worst option. So he's just following the crowd.
Okay, yeah. As you kind of bob and weave through, as a tiny creature, you can, go through the legs of some of these various individuals, especially the ones that are not just humans but also giants. You might have to sidestep the occasional, damned halfling soul, but they're few and far between. And as you kind of make your way through this line, undetected by these devils, you see a brief moment of respite on either side of this giant strip of rock that you're kind of running through this line in. Large stalactites. Is that the one that hangs from the ceiling? Stalactite, or is it stalagmite?
Actually, it's stalagmites.
Yeah, okay, that one. Stalagmite from the ceiling. On either side, it looks as if more of these tunnels, but they're not naturally made. So a large stalagmite kind of blocks the general, almost like it's stopping you from going directly from the platform into this hole. But the hole is not naturally made. It is another like perfectly cut square 90-degree angle. It is made for a purpose, but you're not sure what that purpose is at this point. But to the left and right of this little strip of rock that you're precariously walking on seem to be exits. But as far as you can see, this line continues to bob and weave in an almost impossibly large cavern for as far as you can see. Like, you cannot see the end of this line.
Ah, God. Sean, I feel like you're setting me up for failure here because I'm a curious player. And you said there's a hole that leads to something that I'm not sure of.
Correct.
I feel
So
like
similar
I
to the
feel like I
whole.
have to go that route.
Okay, similar to the whole, like the chain kind of moved through, but these are much bigger. They're perfectly cut squares at 90-degree angles, and they are both on the left and right of this platform. So which way do you go, the left or the right? And tell me how you go about getting from this platform into the cave. I'll say about or into this hole. I'll say there's a large stalagmite is about 30 feet from the walkway, and the hole you are seeking to enter is about 30 feet on the other side of this stalagmite.
All right. Is there anything I can infer about these holes? Like, are there markings for, I don't know, scorch marks or scrape marks, or can I get a sense for what these tunnels are before he jumps off? Because kind of seems like it's left or right, but like he, doesn't want to go in blindly, so he takes a quick peek at either side as he tries to
Yeah.
discern.
Let's say you give me either a perception or an insight check.
Uh, oh shit, do I have proficiency with perception? Oh, I do. 6. So reliable talent for a 23.
Which one was that? Perception or insight?
Yeah, perception.
With a 23 perception, one thing you do notice is more of these thick black chains seem to run across the ceiling, cutting around these stalagmites. But even so, it looks like the chains similar to the ones you kind of scooted through, but the hole in the wall you went through was maybe 10 by 10. These holes, while looking very similar, are like 30 by 30. You could infer that something is probably traveling along these chains, some sort of product, but you do not see it at this point.
Can I just position myself in that case to, I guess, try to get a, like, almost like hanging on one of the chains near the edge of one of these tunnels, and basically just wait for something to come through, and if it looks like it's traveling in like a, I guess, a downward direction, or like kind of following my current path, he'll try to hop onto it like catching a train, basically. It seems like these are transport passages.
Okay, so run me through that again. You want to like wait nearby, or you want to like cling to the chain? Like where are you kind of like posting up to wait for something to travel down the chains?
Basically, I guess, like on one of the black chains, if I can. Like he'll kind of crawl over toward one of the tunnels so that he can look down it and try to catch it, like catch a glimpse of it as it's coming and prepare to like hop onto it or grab on.
Okay, so the chain actually runs, let's say, horizontal, kind of like across the ceiling. So the chain itself is out of reach by about 140 feet.
Uh, well,
You could definitely these large like stalactites, stalagmites, whatever it is, are hanging kind of low. You could definitely scale one to get up to the chains if you would like, but that sort of action is what it would take to actually get to the chains.
okay, fair enough. Yeah, if I can reach the chains, I mean, like something has to travel on those chains, and right now I don't see another way out. So might as well try to hitch a ride on whatever's traveling down the chains. So he'll try to climb up there as best as he can. He has a grappling hook and 50 feet of silk rope and 50 feet of regular rope. So
Okay, if you've got a
whatever I
little bit
need
of
to.
climbing gear and stuff, we'll say give me an acrobatics check. If you've got some gear with you, you can make it with advantage.
13, but a nat 20 for a 20, sorry, 37.
Oh, with no problem whatsoever. You take a running leap. You kind of like bounce off of one of these undead souls across this pit of lava. You cling to the stalactite, stalagmite, and you flee up it, almost spider-like. You get up to kind of near these chains. You're able to get a bit better view. The hallway to the right is long and dark. You can't see much besides these naturally carved features in the stone, this like perfectly square cut. But the one to the left, as you kind of glance down it, you see the tunnel continues on a great ways into the darkness. You can't really see down the tunnel, but just on the inside of this tunnel is a large, it would seem to be like another fissure. And you see several like small imps kind of, just idly fooling about. Some of them hover, some of them fly. They're small even to you, a halfling. These are not very big, devilish creatures, but there's three of them kind of playing near this crack inside this hole in the wall.
Uh, well, I mean, that's the second crack that I've seen, and the last one seemed like it was leading down. So any forward momentum yeah, I think he's gonna take at this point. Like he's in hell, so he's gonna make his way. And if it looks like the creatures are basically like it's not stealthable, if they're that close to the fissure. Oh fuck. Do I have shit. I think I used my disguise kit way back, so I can't really fake it. I think he's just gonna walk up and do his best to slip into this crevice
Okay, if you're trying to do it
or
stealthily,
fissure.
go ahead and give me like a stealth check. With your previous acrobatics, it'll be too easy to just kind of transfer from stalactite to chain, and then do a little bit of maybe acrobatic parkour to get from chain down said wall into this like tunnel. And as you kind of do so and near this fissure, near some of these imps, go ahead and give me another stealth check.
It's a 19 for a 36.
Silent as the night, you slip into this fissure, and it is immediately like a downward slide. There is no traction. It is almost like smooth marble, and you begin to travel downward through a tube of rock rather rapidly.
Can I take one of my daggers out and basically just try to like control my slide?
Yeah, let's see. What would that be? I would accept a feat of either strength or dexterity. So you could give me like an athletics check or an acrobatics check to kind of, utilize the dagger in a way that helps you steer.
Acrobatics it is. Reliable talent because I rolled a 7. It's going to be a 27.
And yeah, you effectively manage to kind of steer your path as you plummet downward rather rapidly. Moving forward, Locris, you are kind of huddled in the remains of this giant, like glass shard, this giant, almost like tree-sized glass shard. You and this damned soul are huddled around a fire that you have built with a few supplies from your pack. The wind is blazing, is just blasting. The cold is biting. In fact, you take another one. You take an additional 1 point of cold damage as you are just exposed to these hellish elements. You're sitting here with this damned soul who, after a moment of being near your fire and under your coat, seems a lot more responsive than he was prior to you freeing him. He says, "You freed me. Thank you. Kindness is rare here."
Yeah, I've learned that. Now, back to my original question. How the hell do I get out of here?
Despite him being in terrible shape, he laughs and hard. You hear a rib crack, and he groans and spits up a bit of blood, but still has a smile on his face. And he turns, "My friend, do you think that if I knew how to get out of here, I would still be?"
Well, you see, the difference is I'm trying to get further into hell, not leaving.
He looks at you kind of wide-eyed. What? Why?
I'm going to hold up my morning star with the full shine going and say, I'm going to go find Naelogoth and I'm going to shove this up his ass.
Once again, when you say the word Naelogoth, a bolt of lightning screams across the sky. The damned soul flinches. Ah, that's that's mighty terrifying, friend. But I mean, it's you showed me a kindness. I will show you one. Everybody knows. To go deeper, you follow the river Styx.
And where is the river?
He points broken couple of fingers that are obviously broken. They do not extend to their full extent, blackened with some frostbite as well. But he points in the direction of the east, and as you look in that direction, you see nothing but flowing fields of snow and ice.
Well, thank you. I've been lost for a while, and I'm kind of sick of it.
I've been
it.
trapped for a while. They keep us here and feed on us. He reveals that he moves the coat a bit and reveals that several large chunks of flesh seem to be have like bitten off of him. Like he has several bite marks where flesh is just missing on like his legs and his torso.
Well, unfortunately, minus ending your existence, possibly. I don't know what else I could do for. Perhaps there's somebody on the mortal realm that you still wish to reach out to.
Reach out to with both hands around their throats. You've done me enough service, friend. He kind of gestures to like the fallen shard of ice, and he points off to a bit farther down the way where this like giant ice tree essentially felled and broke into tons of pieces. He points out a body, and he says, "They stuff us in here. You did me a favor by freeing me. You did me a bigger favor by killing that." And there is a very insectoid like body that is pierced with ice that seems to be much smaller than the one you encountered before. Halfling size at best, but nonetheless, very dead.
Oh yeah, those things suck. I'll kill those things for free.
They eat memories. Be careful.
Well, thank you for the warning. Too bad I don't remember what they took. And with that, Locris will get up and start making his way to the river.
Okay, as you begin making your way to the east, it takes a bit. You travel for a while in the biting cold, in the wind, and the snow pushing upon you. But you eventually do come upon a purple river of it's like molasses moving slowly. You know that most people perceive it as a bubbling, boiling liquid of some viscosity, but you perceive it as hundreds of thousands of smashed souls that are very fluid like, that are slowly moving, individual like cells and souls, if you will. But you see it for what it is, which is a river of the dead. But it cuts through the surrounding landscape like a snake.
Then Locris will start walking downriver, and since there seems to be an audience, is going to bitch about his situation to unwilling ears.
Okay. What is your passive perception, Locris? something good, hopefully.
16.
Okay, so as you travel down, you see the slow moving river. It's kind of easy to see because it's the only thing in your direct vicinity that's not just white. Everything's like white snow, sideways blizzard winds, these like pillars of like weird ice crystals that occasionally are part of the landscape. But as you continue on your journey, does a 25 hit your AC? I think so, but I'd double check. You never know with you.
Yes, it does.
Okay, give me just a moment. Actually, didn't roll great. You take 29 points of piercing damage as the damned soul you have just aided seems to have stalked you through the wilderness and this frozen tundra, if you will, and has firmly plunged a large, what appears to be insectoid claw into your back.
I will turn around and cast Hold Monster.
Okay, what is that? A charisma save from me?
Let me pull it up real quick. It is a Wisdom save. DC 19.
Only an 11.
So with him
Creature
frozen,
he freezes in place, only able to kind of flick his eyes about, which he does so in a great panic.
I'm going to walk over. I'm going to remove my mother's made coat off of him. I will step back. I am going to wind up and I am going to T-ball his head.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
24.
Oh, that hits. Roll some damage.
God, that die sucks. That's only going to be 9 points.
9 is enough, actually. Commoner stats. You just straight up brain this dude. One thwack is all it takes. You put a large hole in his head and he falls to the ground unconscious.
I then attempt to spit on his body, but I'm probably so cold I got nothing to spit, so I just kick him and then keep making my way.
Mid-air, it becomes a cube. So while you do spit at him, a small chunk of ice just kind of bounces off his crushed face. As you continue marching down the river of Styx, it happens. The snow gives out, from underneath you, and you are pulled into what seems to be an icy chute. You begin traveling downward as if in some sort of slide at a very fast trajectory.
I will ride along until I sense a danger, like a drop off, or I'm going to hit something, in which case, be prepared to cast Fly on myself.
Excellent. Prepping a fly spell for sure. All right, moving on down. Gladier. You are kind of traversing this sea of gold as you kind of look around you, what's your next move? How do you want to play this? You see these like flying creatures off in the distance. You see a sea of gold in all directions in this massive cavern. Your spell and movement, you've kind of chased away all of those in your vicinity. Nobody's particularly looking for you or at you, but there are people around if you kind of seek them out. But tell me how you kind of proceed.
Uh, yeah, I think I would just continue walking towards the circle of flying creatures, um, and being that I've already recognized one person here in the Silver Queen, he'd probably keep an eye out as I moved to see if there's anyone else I recognized. Um, but yeah, not like a full tilt sprint, but he's moving with a sense of purpose.
Okay, as you kind of get closer to these like flying creatures, go ahead and give me another perception check as you kind of traverse these seas of gold.
Cool. Perception. That's a dirty 20. Holy shit. Rolling good on perception tonight. About damn time.
With a dirty 20, you notice a couple of things. First off, you do recognize someone else in this hellish landscape.
Darn.
You recognize this halfling woman. Her official name is Councilwoman Nayla. The last time you encountered her, a couple times you encountered her, she was a councilwoman slash vampire in the Alliance Isles, but she was also in deeply embedded with the current governing of that city in the Shadowfell that you guys briefly attended to, which name escapes me at this moment. But you do recognize this as an enemy you have conquered not only once, but twice in the past.
Shit. That's fun. I'm surrounded by enemies. Okay.
As you kind of continue forward towards these flying creatures with your dirty 20, a loud roar cuts across the sky, and a red dragon flies, like doing a flyby almost, over this massive horde. All of the local individuals around you flee in terror, and the like area where these flying devils were essentially, as you get closer, you can kind of tell they're devils, their wings, their tails, their horns. They scatter. They all flee in various directions, and the red dragon seems to give chase and has kind of like chased them off. But essentially, that is kind of what you get in that with that dirty 20. You eventually make your way over like another mound of gold, kind of where in the area where these flying creatures were, and you see cutting through these hills of gold, the river Styx. Thick, purple, bubbly, mucky.
Hey, did we face the red dragon? Oh boy. Okay.
So as you kind of approach the shore of this river, and there's no land. As you approach, several coins shift and just kind of fall into the river.
Did I get a decent look at that red dragon? Did it look like um the red dragon that Logus's dad's adventuring party banished to the Shadowfell that eventually turned into that nasty shadow dragon?
You would know that this is the first proper red dragon you have ever actually encountered. The shadow dragon was actually like black and wispy. You've never actually laid eyes on a red dragon until this very moment.
Okay, gotcha. But yeah, we're gonna avoid the red dragon because I'm not gonna deal with that shit by myself. All right, I'm at the river Styx. I don't have any sort of thing to float down it. All right, so I know what the river Styx is myself. Um, can I do a check to see? I think we've done this in the past, but I can't remember exactly what information we learned.
I'm pretty sure you have all deduced that the river Styx is very deadly and will
Okay.
actually kill you if you enter it.
Okay, that's what I thought. I couldn't remember if we had if we had made that roll or check yet to determine that. All right.
Lethal to mortals for sure.
Okay, so don't touch the water. I don't have a boat. I know we're trying to get further into. I guess I'm just gonna follow it. Um, yeah, you said the red dragon wasn't like flying anywhere. Like it didn't like notice me and like it's not like circling around or anything, right?
No, it seemed to be attracted to the flying creatures and then gave chase to them. As they scattered and ran off, it pursued. So the flying creatures and the dragon have disappeared for now, to where you're not sure.
Okay. And I haven't reached the point where the flying creatures were circling yet.
They kind of led you in the direction of the river, but you have not got to where they were proper yet. A couple more mounds of gold stand between you and the destination where they were.
Would I have to cross the river to get to that point?
Not quite. You don't think.
All right. Well then, yeah, I'm just gonna keep heading in that direction. Whichever I meet first, the point where I presumed the creatures to be, or the river Styx. If I can't, I'm not gonna try and cross it. So yeah, I just keep heading forward, I think.
Okay, so you follow the river Styx a bit longer, kind of in the general area where you thought these flying creatures to be. And as you kind of round a bend, there look to be several of these damned souls. However, they are crumpled, broken. Some of them look to be like scorpioning. Others look like they have been splattered. A good spray of blood surrounds them on all of this gold. They look broken, bashed, and badly damaged. But as you kind of approach and pass by, their eyes flick to you. Some of them call out, "Give it back! I know you have it. Give it to me."
I have no idea what the fuck they want. Why does everyone think I stole something? I'm the one person in the party that doesn't steal. I get stolen from. Boy.
I'm gonna say Gladier. Does a dirty 20 hit you?
A dirty 20 does not.
Falling from the sky, splattering right next to you. A damned soul, as if a body was just heaved from an incredible height. Splatters and splinters, his bones are broken. He shudders at the pain, groans in pain, opens a half open bloodshot eye, looks at you, and says, "Give it back."
What do you want? What did I steal?
You have it. It's mine. It's always been mine.
Can you give me a... Ah, I don't know what you want. I don't know what you want from me. I don't know what is yours.
He struggles to raise an arm. His arm broken, his hands damaged. He points a finger directly at you and says, "Liar!"
Can I might be totally off base on this. I'm just fucking grasping at straws here. Can I pull out my amulet of horror? The initial god deity I worshipped and see if he has any reaction to it?
Go ahead and give me a religion check. Call it like knowledge religion. See if it works out.
That's a flat 10.
He doesn't seem to like it. He recoils a bit, but aside from being mildly unpleasant, it does not seem to have an effect.
Okay, so it's not that. My brother in Christ, what do you want from me?
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, I'm good at persuasion. I don't think I roll well. It's a dirty 20.
His eyes blink, and he reaches out to you, though it is laborious, and he cannot seem to position himself to like move or get up off the ground. And as he kind of reaches out, he's like, "You know, it's mine. The life you possess in your veins. Give it back. You've stolen it. It's mine."
The life I possess in my veins.
They want your energy, bro.
Yeah. um. All right, he's gonna pull out his ceremonial dagger that he's had on his hip but has literally never used. um, and just kind of like grip it and slice his palm, and I guess hold his hand out over uh, this broken corpse of a being and drip his blood onto it.
I will say, as you begin to drip blood onto this individual, he looks confused as he watches this red liquid, cascade from you to him. There's a drip and a drip and a drip, and he looks to you and then back to the blood. He says, "No, you fool!" And at that moment, the ground gives way beneath you. You and this damned soul find yourself in a maelstrom of arms and limbs and gore and coins as you toss and tumble down this spiraling like tube, a tunnel, a slide, if you will. But you, probably 10,000 gold coins and several golden trinkets, and this damned soul all begin plummeting down this natural rock slide.
Oh fuck. All right. Yeah, I mean, if he's actively attacking me as we're plummeting down this rock slide, I mean, I still have that dagger in my hand. I guess I would try and just stab it into the dirt, rocks, ground, see if I can at least, if not stop myself, slow myself.
Okay, yeah. Give me an athletics or acrobatics check to kind of steer your fall.
Athletics is definitely better than acrobatics. 17.
Just enough as you kind of it's a struggle. You can't you have a good grip on the dagger and you begin to kind of steer your descent. You don't seem to be able to slow your acceleration any, but you do have at least the ability to kind of guide which direction you fall as you plummet. You do see most of these gold coins and this beaten, battered body accelerate slowly down this tunnel until they are out of your vision. As you sail to the ground, let's move on to Logos. Logos, your father, sitting upon a nightmare, this flaming steed, staring down at you, knocks another arrow in his bow. He is 60 feet above you. You are standing near the river Styx, a stream of the river Styx, and in this burning forest all around you. Tell me how you proceed.
Okay. So I see the river Styx. Does it lead anywhere? Or is it kind of like just a small little pond? Or like, what am I looking at here?
You would know that this part of the world is meant to resemble your homeland. You know that the creek in your home leads to your hometown. It's actually one of the primary water sources for your village. So you kind of know where it leads in the material plane. However, here it kind of bends and weaves through the landscape, but you can only see maybe 100 feet in either direction before the flaming forest kind of blocks your vision. But you know kind of where it heads if this landscape resembles your homeland.
And are the trees? I know they're on fire, but is the canopy kind of blot out the sky like the real world?
The just giant pillars of smoke kind of reach up into this a dark abyss. There's no stars, there's no moon, there's no sun. Just these pillars of smoke, but it doesn't seem to block out like a canopy, kind of very unlike your homeland.
Well, I am gonna follow this river towards my homeland, and I'm gonna get underneath the smoke, and I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace to try to hide from my father. And if I have to, I'll use an action to hide.
Okay, yeah. Go ahead and give me a stealth check as you begin bobbing and weaving through this burning forest in an attempt to kind of ditch your father, leave him behind.
It's a dog shit roll. It's a with Pass Without a Trace. It's 24 total.
24. Let's see, he gets to make that with advantage. Try as you might, bob and weave. You do manage to follow the river Styx, but your father remains ever vigilant. He is. You can see him. You're not sure if he can see you, but he seems to. He's following you. He's hovering at a distance. You definitely can tell that he's on your trail. If you had to guess, you would guess that you are not as stealthy as you would have liked to be.
And okay, I will use my full movement to try to run and see if I can find my hometown. If not, it's just really all I can do right now. Just hide and run.
I'll say you bob and weave, and you're fairly quick. You have a great memory for your homeland. You know like the back of your hand. You're before long. You're jumping over bushes and under giant roots. Despite the fire, it does not slow you. And as you get to where your village should be, a perfect hole, 100 feet across. Vines drip down into it from quite a length. They go farther down than you can see, and it looks like the river Styx has several creeks that meet here. The river Styx flows into the hole like a waterfall, and it crashes down into the darkness. There not only are there like roots that kind of twist and gnarl their way down the walls beyond your sight. Looks like a lot of like spikes, like thorns, seem to grow naturally on the walls of this giant hole.
How far away am I from the hole?
I'll say you ran right up on it. You're looking down into it. You're less than a foot away.
Mm. Uh, um, can I make one last either insight or perception check? Can I kind of try to gauge, in a sense, is this what? Can I kind of gauge it if, like, look at my father and just see if this is where I'm supposed to go? Like if he's egging me on or like anything really.
Give me an insight check.
Oh my god, what is up with this shit? 15 total.
Let's see. I'm gonna say it's pretty goddamn hard to sneak up on you because you have a passive perception that's crazy. Attempted from stealth. You see your father move behind a pillar of smoke, but a couple of arrows fly towards you. One hits near your feet, and the other, I think, a 26 does hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You're looking at 14 piercing damage plus an additional 2 fire damage for 16 total damage.
So what was that total?
16 total.
Okay.
One of these arrows finds purchase in your shoulder, and your father is actively kind of using the landscape to obscure himself from you. Like he's not due to your passive perception. You're aware that he's using stealth-like tactics. He's like shielding himself with the smoke and sticking to the shadows, sticking on the outside of your perimeter. His specialty and kind of yours is ranged combat. So he's definitely still posing a threat to you.
I have dark vision. Can I take one last little look in this hole? I know the river Styx is flowing into it from different angles and then crashing. Can I kind of try to ascertain how far down the water's crashing in, or like do I hear it hitting anything, or does it just kind of flow into the abyss?
I'll say give me like a perception or a survival check.
It's another 30. It's a 35.
Damn. Okay. So what you can see from looking into this hole is that the river Styx seems to have destroyed everything it comes into contact with. Where there are several creeks of the river Styx that lead to this hole that kind of just flow in, and where the river flows in, there are no spikes, there are no roots, and that's as far down as you can see. Like it's smooth. Aside from that, there are these thick gnarled roots and these like large kind of like wooden spikes. And as you kind of peer downward, it goes a ways. Like you do not see the bottom, even with your heightened elven senses. It would seem like this is several hundred feet at the least, possibly more. And you gauge that you probably could descend safely given the terrain, but that depends if your father essentially you would not be able to effectively descend this hole and fight your father at the same time. You kind of got to pick one or the other.
Is there a place where I could just jump?
I mean, yeah, it's a big hole. You could just jump.
I guess from the dramatics of I like use the momentum of the arrow and like fall down into the hole. And once I'm out of sight and like halfway down or whatever, I'll wild shape into, depending how big the space is, either a bird or a giant eagle or a giant owl. Probably an owl because they have better vision.
Yeah, it's 100-foot diameter, so any of those creatures will fit easily.
I'll do a giant owl then, and I will, fall until I'm safely like out of into the hole, and he can't hit me, or if he does, like try to pursue me. But yeah, that'll probably be it. That'll be my bonus action. No wild shape.
Okay, yeah, you fall into the hole, and then wild shape after breaking your father's line of sight, and out of safety, continue to descend safely as an owl. And that.
Uh,
Oh, go ahead. Go ahead.
no, yeah, I was just about to say that'll probably be it for me.
All right. And that brings us an hour and a half later to Blade Silverstring once again. You find yourself on your family's front porch. Ruth's descending the stairs behind you in a maniacal and evil fashion. The landscape kind of foreign to you as you kind of look around. Both familiar and foreign at the same time. So kind of tell me, how do you proceed?
Oh boy. So the outside where we are now. I'm on the front lawn, but it's parts of it are like familiar still, like the area, or is it like kind of like I'll change? I know you said there was like mountains like in the distance.
Yeah, so what you kind of see at this point from your front porch, the mountains off in the distance are ablaze. They're just on fire. You can only see them against the dark silhouette of the sky because they are on fire. But the grounds are familiar to you, but yet foreign at the same time. Like your once beautiful rolling fields of grass are now dead grass, black, viney kind of grass. Your once beautiful hedge maze is now thorn bushes. No beautiful green leaves, just black, twisted, gnarly, spiky type of plant growth. What were once beautiful fountains and statues on your property are now just kind of crumbled lumps of decayed marble. Like, this is kind of like a hellish version of your home. It's both familiar and kind of foreign at the same time.
Hmm. Well, so let me. So my loot has some abilities that I can use. Could I cast a spell that's on my, weapon?
Yeah, I think it's just like it's like
Or
an action
sure.
or a bonus action to use your weapon. I don't think you it requires a verbal component.
Okay. I mean, Blade's terrified with his missing pinky. Um, and I think he just wants to run, but as he kind of like sees these two, you know, nasty looking she devils coming after him, he's pretty nervous. So I think I'm going to like Blade will take a kind of like his loot and maybe like he takes a strum on the 12 string neck. He'll take a big old strum, rings out, and the loot will start to glow. And um, I guess one of the spells I can cast is protection from evil.
Oh, nice, nice for sure.
I'm not sure how much it's going to help me, but it can't hurt because these guys aren't good. Um, and I think honestly, doing that, I'm just going to hightail it because I can't really fight these guys. Um,
Okay, yeah. If you flee, where do you flee to? Is there a particular spot on the grounds that you would like to flee to? Is there? Are you trying to leave the estate altogether? Like where do you think Blade would run to?
Probably, I mean, mimicking again when he left originally, just through the front gate. If it's still there, I'd imagine it's probably like the statues that are around, probably you know bits of rubble now.
Yeah, as you kind of like sprint towards the front gate, you cut across the lawn. You know, it's a fairly large property. It takes a while, even sprinting, to get to the gate. But you're right. Instead of these like uh, proper stone walls and columns and this kind of like golden, fancy, polished brass gate, it is like a blackened wrought iron. It is bent and twisted, and it is closed, but does not. It looks to be in ill repair. Definitely not well maintained. So as you kind of approach this gate, tell me where you go from here.
Hmm. So I look around. Is there like I guess any sort of like pathways, or is it just like all fire?
While there are like kind of like fires sparsed around, this is mostly just kind of death and darkness. There is no fire kind of blocking your way. Fire seems to be like off in the distance in various, not necessarily on the estate, though there are a couple here and there just because, you're still in hell. There are still like exploding volcanoes that occasionally spew pieces of molten rock across the land. But for the part, this particular area is fire free. I will say, taking a look around, the Ruths are not far behind you, seeming to give chase, though they are not quite as fast. You have a couple of Ruths incoming, probably, we'll say, 100 feet behind you at this point, grinning with their toothy maws, each of them carrying in their hand what appears to be a switch.
A switch.
Like for beating children, switch.
Oh fuck! Not like a Nintendo Switch. It's like
yeah, they're gaming
fuck.
out hard, bro. They just need you to help them beat a level.
Come on, man. Um, fuck, man. This is. I guess I don't think I've actually tried this yet, and I don't know if because I'd imagine like I spent my action casting the protection from evil. Could I just to like see if it's even possible? Like, because I have this thing around my neck. Can I just like put my hand like in the back, see if there's like a clasp or something that's holding it? Like, if there's any way to get this thing off of me?
Give me an investigation or insight check.
Oh boy. Let's go insight, I guess. No, investigation. And depending on this, maybe I'll give myself inspo. Can I give myself inspo?
Oh, for sure. 16 plus. Your info's got to be a D12 at this point.
But it's gonna be a 1. Fuck. Alright, so 21.
21 is enough. You feel this like golden choker that tightens anytime you try to speak or call out. You feel it to the best of your ability. You're trying to get underneath it, get around it, find a clasp, anything, and you do feel on the back of your neck. It seems to be like a keyhole, a small hole, probably for a key.
Oh, fuck. I'm guessing that's back in the house. uh. Hmm. And they're kind of, I don't know, those two are kind of far away for me to even look if they even have a key. Anything.
Yeah, if you want to give him a once over, go ahead and give me a perception check.
Ah, it's not gonna hurt. I know they're 100 feet away. So seeing a key's, I'm sure, gonna be damn near impossible. That was, you said perception?
Correct. Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oof. 15.
15. They're not really trying to hide it. One of these Ruths wears upon a golden necklace, very similar to the one you have, a golden key daintily swings around her neck as she threateningly smacks this switch in her hand and slowly begins approaching. Naughty boy, needing punished, trying to escape again. Letting the family down, you are.
Fuck. I guess. I mean, if I see that, I gotta go for it. I gotta try to. I'm not gonna. I think get out of this without getting that key in this thing off my neck. So, I guess I'm gonna kind of like seeing that, just kind of make my way towards them again.
Okay, yeah. You make your way towards them and they begin to nod. Yes, yes. Accept your fate. Come with us back to your room. After a few beatings, when you regain consciousness, you can scrub the floors. If you do not resist, when you get close, they go to seize you. They one at each arm. They are interested in grappling you.
All right, I'm gonna like kind of like be walking to them. I'll put my loot like on my back, and um, I'm just gonna be, kind of pretend like I've given up and kind of walking towards them. But as soon as like they kind of like try to apprehend me, I'm literally gonna just try to snag it and like almost like iframe roll between them.
Okay, go ahead and give me, let's call it a deception check, first of all. See how well you feign your surrender.
Please, Mother of God. Oh no.
Though you do surrender, unsure if you are being genuine or not, both of them go to seize you. Dirty 20 and a 22. Do those hit? I know you've
Uh,
got like a bonus, I think. Protection from evil would absolutely come into play.
so if the 20 wouldn't hit, the 22 would. The protection from evil. Let's see. I can never. Oh no, that was the wrong. I had the wrong spell pulled up. Sorry, I'm just looking it up
Hey,
to be sure.
no
What
worries, man.
parameter?
No worries. We got to get the verbiage right, just in case this is how we kind of, chat out your. This is how your eulogy starts. If you fuck this up, no pressure.
No problem. Okay. Protection. Let's see. It says here, it just says the spells manifest in an aura around the body of the recipient that extended out, or, yeah, basically put on. The benefits were threefold. It says it acts like like additional armor to prevent attacks from succeeding. But there's no like actual like language.
What level spell is that? Like level 1, level 2?
It might be come on, where is it? Level 1, I think. Is it just maybe this is just like I'm looking at like an older version. I think maybe it's just like protected from good and evil. Which I
Which
don't
spell
think
are
would
you
work.
casting?
Well, it was on the harp. It said protection
Protection
from.
from evil and good.
Yeah, I think that's it. It just says protection from evil on here, but that must be evil and good.
Uh,
Oh, it's
creatures.
disadvantage, right? On my attack
Yeah,
Yeah,
roll.
is this
disadvantage on attack rolls,
Okay.
and target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed.
Okay, so let me re-roll these. And yeah, you lucky dog. 3 and a 13. 19 is the high.
If that's the high, they both miss.
Okay, as you kind of approach, they do not trust your willingness to surrender, and they go to seize you. However, just between kind of grabbing at your clothes and your appendages. They don't seem to find purchase. You quickly bob and weave, and though they do physically kind of touch you, maybe their claws even go as far as to rip some of your garb as they attempt to seize you. They fail to do so. So as these guys are struggling to grab hold of you, and you want to go ahead and give me a sleight of hand check to snatch this key off of one of these Ruth's necks.
Sleight of hand. Here we go. Man, 14. Can
14,
can I
eh?
inspire myself again?
I think you can. Go ahead.
Fuck this.
Yeah, you kind of like reach back and pluck some of your lute strings during the scuffle. With north of 20, you manage to snatch the key and rip it off of her neck. You have this second golden necklace with a small golden key.
So it was like identical necklace that she had?
It is very similar, but one has a lock and one has a key. If you recall, one of these two Ruths removed her necklace and gave it to you, thus tricking you into putting it on.
Right. So
So currently, you have these two Ruths grabbing and snatching and clawing at you, though you do have the key in hand. So, what do you do from here?
I guess if I can try to use the key to take mine off.
Okay, as fiddle with the key, you take the time to insert the key and remove this necklace that is choking you. You successfully do so, but not before these Ruths get another opportunity to seize you. Well, I'm pretty sure both of those are gonna hit. I got a 19 and a 20, so I've got a 19 and a critical hit.
Yeah, this is gonna hurt.
So steady, so steady. With these like elongated claws that kind of slash out at you in desperation to try to stop you from doing exactly what you are doing. The first attack, the regular attack, is only 10 points of slashing damage.
Okay, got it.
However, the critical hit, hold on a second, is going to be 24 points of slashing damage. But you do get the necklace off. You can breathe a sigh of relief. Your voice returns as the lock and key come into contact, and you pry it from your neck. The golden metal itself all fuses into a small golden snake.
It turns into a snake?
Yes, the necklace you just removed. Once the lock and key are bound, it removed from you, it becomes a snake. You're no longer holding a piece of jewelry, you are holding a gold colored snake.
Well, yeah, I will certainly. I'm gonna take the snake, or like just like as it turns to the snake, I'm gonna grab it and throw it at the hag or whatever it is, the she devil there, and then I'm just gonna say, "Fuck you!" Like, been wanting to say that for a while, and
Such a fresh child. Extra beatings for you.
and I guess I'll kind of be like, "What do you want with me?"
Same as always. Obey us. A bit of saliva drips from their toothy maws as they lick the blood off of their claws. Your blood.
Uh, well, I don't think that's gonna happen. And I don't think I have any. Did I? Oh, I did burn my bonus action.
I'd say you might have a bit of movement after some inspo and a sleight of hand and a bit of a travel across the yard. I'd say you probably have like a skill check and maybe a bit of movement left on your turn at this point.
Okay. Um, I think I'm just gonna try to hightail it. I don't want to go back in the house and get in that weird situation with the stairs and hallway and those pictures. Um, I think I'm just gonna try to run away. Like, I mean, if I can, back towards kind of where the gate, like outwards, or but if I'm like in the middle of them, I have to go like a different direction. I'll do that.
No, you can definitely run for the gate. You make a dart for it. They both take slashes at you with their nasty, devilish claws, but neither finds purchase as you duck under a couple more blows and sprint towards the gate. The gate is closed. Do you barrel through it? Do you attempt to go over it? Tell me how do you deal with the gate?
Um, I'm gonna try to go over this thing. I'm not the strongest guy, but I'm pretty agile.
Okay, go ahead and give me an acrobatics check as you make an attempt to kind of parkour up and over this gate.
Avray, you bitch. 22.
Yeah, you successfully plant a foot on a stone, a couple of hands on some of these twisted wrought iron bars, and you launch yourself over the gate and on into the road. And as the two Ruths stand hissing behind the gate, reaching out to you, they do not seem able to break the perimeter for whatever reason. And as you stand there briefly looking at these Ruths, it happens. The ground gives out from underneath you, and you find yourself plummeting downward in this sort of this tube of earth, of almost like slick marble, as you plummet downward at an exceptional rate of speed.
Wow, okay.
And I think that is probably where we're going to bookmark our tale for the time being, fellas.
Bruh, I'm stressed the fuck out over here. It's a 7-point game.
Told you.
They were up by
That
fucking
was awesome.
27 at half.
This fucking guy. First time we play in like, what, over a month?
Over a month.
Yeah. I didn't hear what happened with Blade's thing at all. I have to go back in the notes. Blade, I'm sorry or happy for you.
It was like a full-blown movie.
He
All I
said,
heard was you were getting grabbed. You were getting accosted by people of some sort.
Yeah, it's always the case.
somebody always wants a piece of Blade. I got a pinky though. Fuck yeah.
Every
Goddamn.
time he's too irresistible.
Exactly. Well, welcome back, fellas. It was a fun sesh. We've only got a few more until we wrap this sucker up. But nobody died, and everybody kind of landed where I kind of wanted them to. That was the first time that's ever happened. It took 103 episodes or sessions or whatever, but I finally kind of figured out where I wanted you sons of bitches, and it worked for the first time.
I feel like you've been saying we only.
You've definitely got us here for a while because none of us seem to know what the fuck is going on. So we're all just like tiptoeing our way through this.
You guys are real good together. When I split you up, not so much.
We fall apart.
Yeah, man, we're not built like that. We're very codependent.
I built Logos for team optimization, not for solo raiding.
Yeah, we are a codependent adventuring party for sure.
I like the thought of Renwick wandering through hell with a sad face as he holds the end of a leash.
Oh, 100%. That's what he's doing. At one point, he just debated like ending it right there and hanging himself by the leash.
without Blade there to lead him.
Yeah, man. Life is dull and listless without Silverstring. I mean, we've been attached at the hip for quite some time. He misses his crew. It was a sad moment when he was like, "Oh my god, the ring! At least I can reach Locris," and then he realized he wasn't attuned.
Oh no. Can the demons wait 1 hour while I attune to this ring?
And I have to remove something that's gonna protect me to do it.
Yeah, I just decided Locris was sick of this shit, so took a very aggressive attitude.
Honestly,
I respect it, man.
that's
I'm doing the same thing, but for a rogue. I'm just sneaking my way through. Slowly but surely.
Yeah, I had set up a
Oh
couple
my God.
of situations to get Renwick some damage, and he avoided them all. I think well played. I think I got everybody a decent chunk of damage except you.
Hey man, I roll hot garbage. My entire character is built around you being unable to touch me and me being unable to like fail traps and shit like that. So
Dude,
even
my
if I
fucking
roll a
stomach.
1, it still goes up to a 10.
That's a good ability to have. I dig that one. That's for sure.
Yeah, man, that's why I took proficiency in the things I
Oh,
have to do. So like anytime I roll garbage on fucking like stealth or acrobatics or anything like that, automatic 10 plus my bonus.
It came in handy for sure a lot this session.
At least half my rolls, not exaggerating.
That's a good. You always make
oh
you get
my
the most out of
I'm
God.
it. Yeah.
I'm playing the long game, man. I waited around for that skill and I finally got it and it's paying off. It was worth the wait. It
between
saved me enough.
between that and halfling luck, man, you're getting your money out of those low rolls, dude.
Yeah, dude. I'm gonna be hot garbage on the next campaign. I'm gonna have my character die in like the first 2 episodes because I'm not gonna play a halfling again, and that's gonna be the end of me.
I gotta say it's probably good you're not trying to do anything with Anthony right now.
Right? Anthony's absorbed. He's stressed out, bro.
It's a
It's a
1 point
4 point game.
game.
Oh, it's 1 point. Oh, my shit's behind.
I don't know,
Ah,
a minute 47 on Google.
See, you just handed Chris all of the power because now he can just tell you stuff
alright,
slightly before
love you
you're
guys.
gonna see it.
Bye.
All right, guys. Well,
Oh,
I gotta roll out. I gotta take off. But let's keep in touch, man. Let's do this crazy thing again soon. That was fun. Let's not wait. Let's
Oh,
not wait
there
a
it
month to
is.
try this again.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm all good.
Yeah, I
I'm
should be
all
good
good
for
for next
next
week.
week.
I'm off. There should be some resolution, whether good or bad,
All right.
and yeah, I'll be good for Wednesday.
Sick. All right. Cool. I'll talk to you guys then, man. Take it easy, fellas. Nice chatting with you again.
have a good night.
Have a good
All
night,
right,
boys.
later.
Night, everyone.
Bye.